Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be watching Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers today.
Oh, wow.
Storm here.
Mom here.
Blue here. I mean, Tom.
Tailspin.
Wow.
Oh, memories.
Blast from the past.
Blast from the past.
That's for sure.
So I am very excited about watching this because Tom and I love the Disney lineup. Disney Afternoon, right? That's what it was called. And there were so many good Disney shows that we look forward to watching. Rescue Rangers was a huge one that I absolutely loved when I was little. I always look forward to it. I think I've seen every episode, but I don't remember.
It's been so long, it's probably hard to remember.
Right, yeah.
I remember like the premise and the bad guys and what the group was about. Do you kind of remember like us watching it?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
You love Chip
a
and
little bit,
Dale,
yeah.
of course.
Chip and Dale,
But the fact that they were part of like a detective team
yeah.
and they would go and save people, it was like a more
Well, do you
serious
remember-
tone for them.
Yeah, that's right.
Pop quiz. Remember what the names of all the main cast was?
Well,
Besides Chip and Dale?
I don't need a cheat sheet for that, but I have them in the back of my mug here.
Do they have names on it, or?
No, there's no names, but of course Chip and Dale, and Chip is the one with the hat, and he's like the leader of the group, right? And he has the black nose, and then Dale has the red nose with the red Hawaiian shirt, or the flowered shirt, and then we have Gadget.
My first crush.
Oh,
That's right, Gadget.
we were very little when we saw it. I love
That's
it.
why Tom remembers.
And Monterey Jack, just like the
Monterey
cheese.
And you're forgetting.
Oh, yeah, Zipper, right? Yeah,
That's
so we have
right.
Zipper. Zipper's the fly.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't
Okay,
actually
okay.
talk though, right? He just made a lot of noises and he was cute.
He made the zzz, fly sound.
Yeah.
But I thought he'd go eep or make like little cheeps or something. But yeah, maybe he would just buzz and that was it.
God.
But I love the team. I thought they were a lot of fun together, very dynamic, and worked well together.
Mm-hmm.
And it went on for a few seasons too.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how long it went on for, but yeah, it was one of those. To me, it's one of those iconic shows from back in the '90s.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a while ago, we looked up theme songs from the 90s. Remember, like, old cartoons? And they're catchy. Like, they had a good thing going back then where the songs were just so catchy and good and dramatic, and I loved it. And we have to talk about Rescue Rangers, like how it first starts, the beat. Dun, 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 dun.
Sometimes some crimes.
Okay,
we can't sing. Yeah, we can't sing at all. There goes your fan base.
Through the cracks, but these two
Gumshoes.
This is totally improvised, but from what we remember, I love it.
But see, those theme songs were so iconic that look at DuckTales. They redid
DuckTales.
They redid DuckTales, a couple of years ago, and they brought back that theme song, of course, with a different, singer.
Yeah.
But they brought that back because it was so iconic.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I know a lot of movies, when they do reboots and stuff, they try to put their own twist on things, which sometimes is okay, but sometimes when you have something good going the way it was, you should keep it that way. But I didn't see the newer DuckTales, but I think it was, I don't know, I think I heard people say that it was decent, right?
I thought it was pretty decent. I didn't see every episode, but from what I saw, it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
But do you remember some of the shows that were on the old Disney Afternoon lineup?
Well, my favorite, and I think Gargoyles was on that, right, at some point? Maybe not, but I think that was the last cartoon that was on there, and I love Gargoyles. That was, like, my favorite. Remember? And Mom would watch Gargoyles with me now and again, and Tom and I always watch it together, of course, all three of us, and but it was always great. So that was my favorite, and then Tailspin. I love Tailspin.
Tailspin was my personal favorite. I've always, had, Higher for Higher.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, Higher for Higher. Yeah, that brings back good memories too.
But yeah, there was also,
Darkwing
DuckTales was on there, Darkwing Duck was on there, Gummy Bears was on there at the very beginning of.
That's an old show.
That's old. That was on like probably really early '90s.
Gummy Bears, bouncing here and there and
everywhere. No more.
Holy crap! I just like popped in my head. It's like, what?
But Bonkers, remember Bonkers?
I loved Bonkers.
I think that only lasted like 2 seasons, but I loved that show.
Really, it was only 2 seasons?
Yeah, it was short. It was cut short.
Yeah, because that was a really good show. I like him with his. He had 2 different partners at one point. Bonkers was the Bobcat.
Oh,
you probably saw bits and pieces. I don't know. But it was
his first partner was wasn't it
It was
Pickle?
this big guy.
Yeah, Pickle. I think it was Pickle, and everybody called him Pickle.
Wow, that does ring a bell. Okay, but Bonkers was fun, and then he had his rabbit friend Fall Apart.
Fall Apart Rabbit, yeah.
Oh my god, I love this because we just improvise, and all these memories just come rushing back. It's crazy.
Then they also had, after Bonkers went off, I think it was replaced with Timon and Pumbaa. Mm-hmm. They had their own show for a while.
That was goofy, yeah, it was funny.
Oh, and the Goof Troop, speaking of Goofy, Goof Troop was on there, and that was a great show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Goof Troop. Yeah, we loved a lot of the Disney lineup or Disney afternoon.
Well, when we go home from school, we always used to watch it until dinner time, I think it was.
Yeah, but they had actually good stories, and the episodes were a lot of fun. I mean, some were just filler, but it was a fun time. You know?
Well, I mean, we were kids then, too, so anything was good then.
I don't know. Like, I really think, like, I love Goof Troop. Yeah, Gargoyles is my favorite. I mean, that's, like, awesome. I love that so much. And then Chip and Dale. All of them. I mean, besides DuckTales, like, I like DuckTales, but I didn't really watch that much of it. But Darkwing Duck I loved. I loved watching that.
Darkwing Duck was great.
Yeah. So, anywho, shall we get into this?
I actually met Jim Cummings a few years ago at a convention.
Yeah, he does a lot of voices, too.
He does the voice of Darkwing Duck. He does the voice of Hondo in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, he does a ton of people.
He does Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, too.
Oh, yep, I did know that. Wow. That's really cool.
So yeah, he does a lot of voices, especially for Disney. He does a lot of voices.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you hope to see in this movie? Like, do you have any expectations?
I also have a Rescue Rangers magic band.
Ooh, nice. That's really cool. I want
Just
one
saying. Too bad.
I want one.
Too bad.
Get me one.
No.
But do you have any expectations? Do you think this movie is
to be like a totally honest opinion, is that I am a little concerned about the voices, because we're used to Chip and Dale's voices being a little chipmunky.
Chipmunky, yeah,
high pitched and chipmunky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I saw a little trailer, a teaser trailer back when it first came out, and their voices were totally different.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how it works out.
Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping that they go back into their chipmunk voices at some point, just to have reference to it. But
I don't think that they'll go back into it. I mean, I think, but hopefully they reference as to why the voices are different.
Yeah, like they make
because
some kind of joke
this isn't supposed to be like a redo of the show. It's supposed to be a continuation of it. So this is after the series.
Okay.
So keep that in mind too. But I'm curious to see if, in the background too, if they're going to have any homages to the old Disney lineup. Yeah. So keep your eye out for the background.
When I watched the trailer, I automatically thought that it was going to be kind of like a Roger Rabbit deal, because they had a bunch of different mixed media, like a different animation style.
Yeah, there was Muppets in there. There was
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, I didn't see the trailer. So.
Yeah, so this is be fun. We shouldn't really say too much before we watch.
Right.
Shall we just get into it and we'll chat about it after?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I like your Chip in the background too. I wish I found my Dale. I know I have him somewhere.
Yeah. I know we can't find it. We weren't sure if it was here or if Tom had it, but we did have Chip and Dale.
That's right.
We got them at the Disney store a long time ago, and a lot of fun. And we're going to be watching, of course, on Disney Plus.
Okay,
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale
Yay.
Rescue Rangers.
That was awkward.
My best friend, and to all of you.
And to everyone who loves a short toast.
Yay, that's her actual voice.
But your followers, they believe you.
Hey, Lumiere.
Goodness, yes.
Ugly
Is that
Sonic.
Sonic? Oh, it's just Ugly Sonic.
I've been offered a
He's so scary looking.
Yes, he
ride-alongs
is.
with the FBI. It's called Ugly Sonic, Uglier Crime.
Oh,
my
really
goodness.
My updated modern look.
Disappearance marks the
Your flounder.
Disappeared.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh my god.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You don't remember? Rescue Rangers cologne.
Oh no.
Every day.
It smells like almond butter and gasoline.
Oh my god. Whoops, Whoa.
Now I owe a ton of money to the Valley King.
The Valley Gang.
Behind on krill payments.
Krill payments.
Around to try and sneak.
Oh no!
Jeez. The small fish lady.
Yeah.
42 kids and counting.
What?
Look at that.
The best.
That's just weird.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
No.
that's weird.
Different.
Yeah, I'll say
Hey,
that.
it's no secret I had the CGI surgery done, and it's done wonders. Like,
Surgery.
Yeah.
actually starting to play today.
Painful.
Batman vs. ET.
He has lasers.
Hey, was that Yoda with Gucci on the background?
Fine.
Yeah, right.
Ah! Wreck-It Ralph.
Look at
The presser outside.
Oh my god! Sock puppet.
Yes, sir. It looks like a Monopoly game piece.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh!
no.
Ah! Cars!
Nice.
Dale.
For the rescue.
Street.
This Main Street. Look at the dog walking at a time like. Ah!
No thanks, kid.
Muppet fights. Okay.
Kermit!
Stinky cheese?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Cops. Nah, no.
Are you cops?
Wanna buy some stinky cheese?
Ah, there they go!
there they are. Right.
That's funny. I
Oh,
just
okay.
Hold on a second. How adorable are we?
cats.
That's funny.
Uncanny Valley. Polar Express eyes.
Polar Express.
Obviously.
My God,
It is
that's
so
weird.
Okay, hello.
Oh, Peter Pan?
Peter Pan.
No,
Yeah.
Peter Pan.
But you can call
God,
me
look at that.
No.
Oh my God.
I got
This is so sad.
That's
in
just-
the world as the boy who wouldn't grow up. Peter Pan, desperate and all alone. Now I
Dog
run my
man.
own bootleg
Spaghetti
movie
dogs.
studio.
He just said bangarang.
And who gets thrown in the trash?
Oh.
You're gonna clog a toilet. You're not gonna make it down. That would be so sick. Like, that's so disturbing. That's not him.
You flip him over.
That's
Oh, there
it.
he is. Yeah, good.
You really do love me.
What? No. You were crying.
Aw, Chippy,
Can we-
I love you too.
Don't make it about you.
Paw Patrol attacked Sergeant Henderson.
Paw Patrol.
Say he'll never have kids.
Oh no. Ah, look at the big Dale shirt. Aw.
The Dale merch everywhere.
Oh, go Yanks! And hot dogs, bagels, and pizza! I am huge fanboy!
Fanboy.
Wait for it.
Oh,
The
that's
Disney Afternoon
funny.
song.
Yeah.
Remix of the Disney Afternoon theme song? You made this?
You are knowing it, brother.
This is incredible.
Oh, we lost it.
Good.
Me too.
I'm a little suspicious about her, though.
I know, because
Oh,
Chip
yeah,
was
sorry,
suspicious
yeah.
about it.
Now by chopper.
I hope she's not bad.
Wait, no.
Uh-oh.
No.
Careful, be careful.
Death button.
Oh no. Don't trust that.
Uh-oh.
Don't trust it.
Enter.
Don't be afraid to really scratch that butt.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe he'll turn 3D.
Whoa.
Jump. Duck. Pancake.
Exactly the same. Pancake.
Huh?
Oh
Oh
no!
my goodness, no. Oh no.
Accessories.
Oh. Oh, don't tell me that's his
Oh,
mustache.
come on.
What's he doing? Follow?
Oh, damn.
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Dale, we need to leave now.
The twist.
Why are we running away?
At direct.
Beavis.
You're just saying that because it's always
That was pretty funny.
Putty's too obvious.
Ugly Sonic goes.
Look at the teeth.
Ah, Paul
Oh my
Rudd.
God, yeah.
Nice.
NT. My superpower was being really charming to aunts.
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 Ants.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Cubby.
You got cold.
Yeah, death is coming for us all, kid.
It's so messed
Jesus.
up.
What?
Cool. Peter Pan song.
Honestly, your weird dead eyes are weird.
Dead eyes.
Baloo, nice to meet you. Ah! No way! Can I touch your face? I mean, what is going on?
Oh, good job, guys.
Nice.
Jack Skellington's been embezzling from his own charity for years.
Jack Skellington.
Both the
Dip. You see the dip?
He
Drop it, Steckler.
Oh,
it's him.
geez. Oh, it's him, yeah.
Putty.
Well, at least it's not her.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Operation, you got too close to the side.
It's gonna start laughing.
goodness,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And Dale, when you fish upon a star, that's my favorite episode.
Oh,
Ah, code.
Yeah, right?
why is that your favorite? And in danger. And Chip is
Where did he get that?
He gets a-
cracked it.
That was so random.
Wow.
Yay! Are they gonna finally bring her back into the movie?
The sight of you lights my heart aglow.
Rangers?
Oh my god, I love
That
this
is
voice though.
funny.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee.
I
you.
guarantee it.
The Men's Warehouse reference? Yeah, I think I will.
Sorry, can you hold on for a
He
second?
sounds like the Allstate guy.
Yeah.
And business.
I wish Chip was there to hear that.
That's right.
Probably shouldn't have thrown your phone, though.
Right. Whoa.
Away.
Whoa. Woo-hoo. Oh, good. Yes. Woo.
That was easy. Thank goodness for that.
Yes.
And when you fish upon a star, Gadget was double-crossed.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh, is he a fairy godmother? It's Fat Cat.
It's Fat Cat.
A cute Fat Cat. Oh my
Wreck-It Ralph. Simpson.
I pachanga.
It's creepy.
oh, boy.
Say we?
Yeah.
Ah, that's freaky.
Whoa.
There's Pete.
There he is.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be Sweet Pete. Ah, Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Gosh.
He's like a liquid Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Ooh.
gosh.
Okay.
Ah.
She froze him like they did in Terminator,
Yes, right.
and he broke his leg.
Middle of the night, just ignore it.
We've been through this, Eileen. It's my job. Do not ruffle me right now.
Ah, they're the birds.
Birds.
Sonic.
Ooh. Oh, it's a Mario freaking
That's a Mario
cannon.
cannon.
Oh,
Oh no, sacrifice.
All these years,
Oh, Knight Rider. That's what the lunchbox
Yeah.
was.
banana because I wanted to feel like first banana. Really?
Yay.
Oh, wow.
This thing's too special to throw away.
Ah, like Flintstones.
Oh. Is it?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
my gosh.
Oh.
We lost you.
Oh,
Goodness, you never gave up on me. I must be dreaming.
oh.
Can you believe it? All the rescue rangers together.
Oh, Bonkers, that's a freaking
Oh, there he is.
walrus or something.
Low rent, Gumby. He's all yours, boys.
Low rank Gumby.
Or driving us nuts.
Bad jokes.
He likes
That's the way she always ended the episode, though.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay!
Yeah, that is.
Afternoon Fight Fest.
Ah, there's Darkwing.
Oh, my God.
We want Darkwing.
Yay!
I love that
Oh,
look.
gosh.
It's like a Batman.
Oh, gosh.
That's awesome.
Oh, that
Oh
was-
my
that
god,
was
so
something
many
else.
Easter eggs. Like,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
And I know we missed a lot, too.
There were a lot to take in. You'd have to see it again to
gosh.
really.
That
like,
must be
see
really
the-
good to go down memory lane.
I mean, it was nostalgic to a certain
Yeah,
extent,
I
which
know.
was fun. How about you,
Yeah.
Tom?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, there was a lot of references in the
That's right.
background that it was going so fast that I know we missed a lot of them.
Yeah, there were a lot, but I
so
think we
much.
caught a lot of them too. And I was thinking throughout this because I was excited to see this. I went in with lower expectations because that trailer that I saw originally, I was worried, like we talked about in the beginning, that we were worried about the voices. And there were other elements where I kind of had an idea it was going to be like a Roger Rabbit type world. So I was just curious where they were going to take the characters. So with them just having deeper voices, I was like, okay, they're going to try to make this more realistic and make it more about other Easter eggs from other shows and movies that they could show off for Disney or whatever. They had a lot of different companies in this though, but it was fun.
Yeah, because you saw Shrek in there.
Oh my God.
Sonic, ugly Sonic.
Ugly Sonic.
Yeah, and I have to give them credit for that because that was making their own personal dig with Sony when they released the first trailer of Sonic originally, and all the fans
everybody freaked out about it.
Freaked out because the design of Sonic was so bad, and he looked almost just like that, if not just like that, and he looked really ugly. I mean, he looked nothing like the original, and I mean, Sonic is uniquely styled, but he is like a cute little character. And when they reanimated him completely and listened to the fans, like, he looks so good now in the Sonic movie. But this is hilarious. They brought him back as this other ugly Sonic character.
With human teeth.
With human teeth. Because that was one of the biggest complaints was, well, there was a lot of complaints, but the eyes and then the weird nose, like the weird mouth that he had here, and then the teeth, people said, and then just the hands with no gloves.
I just like how whenever he's talking, they just start slowly focusing in on his teeth.
So they were constantly just making fun, like they heard the fans and they redid all of that. So just to have him in this was really funny.
But it's nice. It's nice that they gave him permission to make fun of that. You know, it's
I agree.
And you should know you made Sonic.
Oh, well, I didn't make, you give me a lot of credit, Mom.
No, by me. You did a copy of it.
Oh, I did a costume. Yeah, I did a costume of Sonic a long time ago, and that was fun. Tom actually wore that costume for me, and I also made a Shadow, the Hedgehog costume, and I was Shadow. And
if anybody's at Otakon back in, like, was it 2005 or something like that?
It was so long ago. We were cosplaying for a very long time. And I'm sad because the last few years we haven't, and I want to really get back into that. But I used to love doing that, just making things, props, costumes. And so we had those mascots that I made, and we had the best time. We would crack up and just go around and just like bring in a crowd of people. And so that was a lot of fun to do that. And I sold those costumes a long time ago to collect.
Yeah, you did.
So
you did.
It was pretty cool. But so I do like all the Easter eggs in this. Like, nostalgia-wise, I know there's probably going to be a lot of feedback with fans on how they felt, and I am curious on how you guys felt about this, too, because I am separating this movie as, like, a standalone movie in my mind, and I don't want to really relate it to Rescue Rangers. Like, I love that they were bringing in Rescue Rangers. We heard a little of the theme song and the characters were there, but they weren't really the characters to me. Like, yes, they were portraying like actors being those characters, but
well, I noticed something that Disney was doing lately, and they would take our classic shows from that time frame in the early 90s, and they were turning them into, they were just shows and these are the actors playing them.
Yeah.
Not so much DuckTales, but in DuckTales, the remake they did, they had Darkwing Duck towards the, I forget what season it was, and I think it was the second or third season.
I love Darkwing.
And Darkwing Duck was just a TV show, on DuckTales. So that kind of, and then the person playing Darkwing Duck, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the person playing Darkwing Duck, was just an actor. It wasn't actually like a superhero.
Mm-hmm. I love.
He just played a superhero.
It is a fun idea to do twists like that and to make, because you have like all these different like genres of animations and whatnot, and trying to make it all as one. And I love Roger Rabbit. That was such a great movie. That was well done. The story was great. And you have a lot of original characters with cameos from other characters that we know. And I thought that was great. So them trying to make something similar to that, and even having Roger Rabbit, that was a fun Easter egg in the beginning. Yeah. But, I can go along with that. But just using the Rescue Rangers, I really wanted to see something where it was more based on the show. And I love Galaxy Quest so much, and I wanted to see something more like that, where, if they're has-beens, they're old actors, and, things weren't going well for them, and then they're all thrown into this situation where they have to work as a team together all the way through. And then they actually
not just bits and pieces.
Yeah, end up reenacting things that actually happened in the show all the way through, and He-Man came together like.
Well, they
Galaxy
kind of
Quest.
did
That
have
would
a
be
little
fun.
Galaxy Quest to it. They
A
were
little bit,
naming the
yeah.
episodes, and remember episode 45?
That's
This
where
happened.
I was like thinking that. And I kept saying like Galaxy
But
Quest.
one thing that I really did enjoy was all the different medias that they had, throughout the show. So not
That
only
was
did you have just
interesting.
you had like the cartoon versions of certain characters, and like Baloo, he was the live action version.
Mm-hmm. And he probably did the 3D surgery. Like
yeah,
Dale.
probably.
That's probably what they're
Yes,
saying there, because
so,
like
yeah.
Tailspin, and now he's
That's
like
right.
the Blue from the newer movie,
Right.
which you didn't see yet, but
Definitely, yeah.
you must see that because it's good. We should on the channel at some point.
But then you also had, you had He-Man and Skeletor in there. You had My Little Ponies. You
Yeah.
had the Care Bears,
That's right.
the Simpsons, or the bootleg
Knockoff.
versions of them.
Yeah.
I Pachanga.
That was funny.
So
Yeah.
I Carumba.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, I was actually kind of like weirded out with myself when I noticed He-Man's boots, and I knew that was He-Man because I didn't watch a whole lot of He-Man
He-Man,
growing up,
He-Man.
but I knew
I
that
did.
for some reason. So maybe that's why. Maybe you were
Wow.
watching. And I
But
was, just
the
recognized
the only thing that I really was kind of taken back by was Gadget and Zipper.
That's
I thought
what
that was
just
stupid.
said.
I'm
was
sorry.
just
I mean,
saying,
however,
oh my God, that was really
it felt a little better once you heard Zipper's real voice.
Yeah, and he was actually like
He
how do you say
sounded
it?
normal. He sounded like a
He wasn't just like because it's so funny because here like you have like no limitations, right? And here Chip has a dog and he's like talking about his dog like it sounds like a girlfriend of Dale, and I
That's
know
right.
it's just his
I
pet
I gotta get home to
dog.
Millie.
But then you have a chipmunk who can talk and he's intelligent, like
right.
more
But the
human-like intelligence.
But the dog can't talk.
But the dog can't talk, and then here you have Gadget, but they're tunes, so it's just different. And she's marrying a fly.
That's
And I'm just like,
That's really
I'm like,
weird.
what?
That's
So
really
I know we see a lot of things, and I do like it. I mean, they have to have good chemistry and whatever, but like, you have elves and humans, but they're more matched with anatomy.
That's right,
And
yes,
then you
that's
have
for sure.
aliens in Star Wars going, like with human relations,
yeah.
which can really work well. But with that, I
One
just
extreme.
felt they were just abusing the power to be like, let's just make this weird because they're tunes anyways. And
I also liked with the voice actors like Seth Rogen
I love
playing
Seth
the
Rogen.
dwarf,
Good, yeah.
but then
They
all his
pushed
other
that.
characters. Well, then all his other characters, joining in. They had the character from Monsters vs. Aliens.
And Praying Mantis, they had Mantis in there.
Yeah, so they had all those other characters joining in at one
Pumbaa.
point.
Yeah. That
But
was
then,
good.
also did the same thing with Jim Cummings because when he did the voice of Fat Cat. Then they also broke to the studio and you saw Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and it goes, who is that fat honey bear? So those are all his characters, and of course Darkwing Duck at the end. But
Yeah.
And he did a lot, so just to see those characters and
Oh,
whatever
wow.
else he's done is just incredible. But yeah, so I like having those cameos, and there was a lot of thought and love put into this with all kinds of references. I mean, we could name so many things that we've already seen on the channel. Like Wreck-It
right,
Ralph,
yeah.
all these Disney movies for sure. They even had South Park. They had Beavis and Butthead. Like that was
Well,
insane.
that's right.
then they also had the Mario, the bullet from the Mario Brothers.
That was
That's right,
good.
And so these are all different licensings that that they went Roger Rabbit with that.
Yeah.
which is good. I mean, it's good for everybody because then they all get a chunk of it.
Yeah.
But it also brings everything together.
I wonder why they decided to use Chip and Dale for this Roger Rabbit type universe. Like just because scale size, it's different. Maybe because they were a
I guess
detective show.
if you're gonna make them actors, I guess it's better to make them actors in a real world.
Mm-hmm.
Than just a cartoon world.
Yeah.
But it was a good call on your part when you saw Peter Pan opening up the case and he has all the tools in there, and you saw the little
Dip.
thing of dip.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. I know. But erasers
kinda
are
hoping
bad
that-
too.
Yeah. But the scene of dip though, that's a reference, straight from Roger Rabbit.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So there was a lot to take in
Yeah.
this movie. I love Chip and Dale. I thought their relationship in this was good, and them learning to or rebond later on because they
I'm
went
so
through some
happy,
hard times.
yeah.
They made it darker. They made it a lot more realistic in this
Oh,
movie.
sure they did. Yeah.
Well, I liked how they had the how Chip and Dale when they started arguing stuff, they went back to their original voices.
The
Yeah,
voices
that
I
was-
miss.
that
I
was
really
good,
wish
yeah.
they kept that original. Like I don't know why they had to change that to make them more human or
Well,
something, but
Yeah. I mean,
Gadget was the same,
I don't
and
know.
Monterey Jack sounded almost the same. if
But
he was not
their
the same.
voices weren't so high pitched like Chip and Dale's were, so
I know,
maybe that's
but
why, just to
still.
give them more.
That's who they are, and I know. Or just like maybe just pitch it up a little bit, like not all the way as high pitched, but we like that. I don't know. It's just what we grew up with.
Yeah.
But again,
They're
taking that
chipmunks.
away, keeping this as a separate movie. I don't want to say it's canon at all. I can't get over the Gadget and Zipper thing. That kind of messes me up. And that, and Peter Pan. Like, don't mess with my childhood
my
there,
goodness,
because
Yeah, Peter Pan was your boy, wasn't he? Back in
yeah,
the
I
day?
loved Peter Pan as a kid, and especially like the Disney
Oh my
one,
gosh, yeah.
And he's the boy who doesn't grow up. Yes, okay, so they're actual real people or tunes, and that was just a job. But here
Good
he
shot.
like completely went the opposite way, and now
He
he's
became a
like
pirate.
this crime boss. Yeah, he's
Oh
like a
my gosh,
pirate,
yeah.
and he's just.
But he mentioned
Not doing
he
well.
mentioned Bangarang. He mentioned Bangarang through it, which I thought was kind of funny.
I think I heard that quickly. I heard you say that, and then he did the
Okay,
crow. He was like, oh, whatever
They said
he
the
said.
Kruka. I forget how he did it, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I just love all the references and the making fun of references that they were doing throughout the whole
Yeah,
thing,
they
because
sure
it really
were.
brought back a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, it
Guess
did.
so, yeah.
I was really happy
Wow.
to see Chip put on the hat and the vest like Indiana Jones, because I always loved that look on him. Because
Well, I
Dale
think
had
it's
his
funny-
shirt the whole time.
Well, I think it's funny how they did that, because throughout the years everybody says, oh, he looks like Indiana Jones, and then of course he gets his outfit from the Indiana Jones booth at a convention.
That's
It's
right.
kind of
That
fun.
was perfect.
That's
That was good.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really curious what you
That was
guys
good.
thought of this movie, especially if you were a Disney Afternoon fan, a Rescue Rangers fan back in the day. Tom and I were really big into Rescue Rangers growing up. I'm hoping with this movie, it'll start something up where they'll possibly make an actual reboot of the old show. And just, this is completely separate, because I
But-
don't want them to ruin the characters.
Well, see,
because
I think if
how
this
they
movie
were.
does good, if this movie does really good, and they do decide to do a series off of this, it's going to be based off of this,
I
not
know, I hope
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, and no offense again, I liked it
I did too.
as like its own separate thing, but it just
But you
wasn't
want the original.
characters. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
the original characters, and I don't like what happened with Monterey Jack. It was hilarious, like
Well, he had
it's
an
sad
addiction
that
to
he had
cheese.
an addiction to cheese like
That's
he
right.
did in the show, but it made it more like an alcohol thing. But I wish he was in it more. Like he was the
Yes.
victim that they had to find. So I wanted to see him and Gadget and Zipper like all be together,
Yeah,
trying to
the
solve a different kind of mystery. Maybe even trying to save Fat Cat and
Speaking of Zipper.
redeem him. Zipper.
Yeah.
I love Zipper on the old cartoon, but in this one now I'm just too weirded out. I love his voice, but it just weirds me out. But Gadget's cute, and I'm glad that she did come back later at least, because I thought with after seeing the quick narrative in the beginning, with them being successful with the Rescue Rangers, and then with Monterey saying, oh, well, she got married and had a bunch of kids. I'm like, oh, okay, now she's too busy, so she's going to be away. They're just showing what happened to her, and that's it.
Right.
But
But
she
no,
came back.
I'm definitely glad she was back.
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that she had her original voice, though. I'm glad that Monterey too had the original voices.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
that definitely made it more wholesome.
Mm-hmm. And I love the theme song. It's so catchy and so dramatic.
Oh yeah,
That was perfect. And
a lot of the theme songs back then were very catchy.
yeah. So going to Ellie now, I loved her. I'm glad she wasn't a bad person.
too. I
And
thought
Chip
she was
was
going
very
to be.
sus about her. He was very suspicious. And
Mm-hmm.
she was innocent. So it was her
That's good.
boss, Putty, Captain Putty, right? Like he was freaky as hell. He was like Gumby, but you couldn't kill him. And
Yeah, it
Smurf.
was too funny.
yeah, you mentioned he was
See,
like the Terminator or something.
and-
Like the Terminator.
I thought my brain thought as soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, hey, I said J.K. Rowling. I'm like, no, that's not right. And he's
Simmons.
like, it's J.K. Simmons. Yeah, but I'm like, J.K. Rowling.
Tenzin from Korra.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And a lot of other
Oh
things
my
with
gosh,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
See that? Wow.
He does a lot of things. I love him so much. So his voice is so easy to recognize now.
But I like how they did. Seth Rogen did his Bob the Dwarf. And,
okay. I was like, who is he supposed to be? That's Bob the Dwarf.
but he has that that just that weird laugh that he's known for.
yeah, I know they had to put that in there. Gotta love his laugh though.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, so I felt like it was a fun movie. The story was decent. Like I thought that was good. I don't like how different and how they changed the characters so much of the Rescue Rangers, because I didn't feel like it was a Rescue Rangers type movie at all.
Right.
I felt like it was more Roger Rabbit with new characters.
Right.
So as that, like, I did like it a lot. The animation was great. The mix of the different styles with traditional, you have black and white, you have all kinds of decades throughout this whole movie working together. You have real people. And Dale and Chip just being differently animated. Like, it was different. I thought it was okay.
Well, I mean, it's more like what happens in real life kind of thing. I mean, some people stay the same, and some people, they change their appearance, especially in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of has that. Yeah, but I mean, Dale didn't look bad. I mean, he
looked good.
He had good CG.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
I was thinking when he got injured at the end that he was going to have to go back to traditional or something, because
that's what I thought, like a reanimation surgery.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. So again, hopefully they reboot the old series after this. More people are going to be interested in Chip and Dale, and I see Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers on Disney Plus right now on the desktop or the wallpaper.
Right.
Well, I bet you after this movie, people will start watching the original series again, or for the first time.
I kind of want to. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. See, Tom, who was your favorite character from Rescue Rangers?
Well, my favorite character. I mean, I had a thing for Gadget for a long time.
I remember you loved Gadget, yeah.
Back in the day. But I think my favorite character was always Dale.
You were always a Dale person. I was always Chip. I always loved Chip. He was my favorite. And I always loved Dale, too. But I want to say Chip, Monterey Jack, and then Gadget. Yeah, Monterey Jack is awesome. And
Monterey Jack is awesome.
Yeah, and Gadget always had a thing for Dale or Chip or something, too.
So well, it always kind of went back and forth for the longest time,
So they made it more of a show that doesn't happen in real life. Zipper, yeah, this is weird. But I was hoping also to see Gargoyles after we started talking about the Disney Afternoon lineup. I was like, oh yeah, they were part of that.
When you saw the Disney Afternoon picture towards the end, you saw Goliath up in the upper left-hand corner for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, you were good at catching that. I was catching other things.
Well, there was so much going on. It's like you don't have time to, say something before it disappears.
Yeah. Please let us know if you guys noticed something that you really stood out to you that you really liked.
Well, at the trailer at the end, when they opened the trailer and all those bootlegged characters started coming out, it was kind of sad to see like Bonkers, reanimated, and I saw a bunch of characters. I thought I saw Phineas from the Phineas and Ferb show in there. I saw that triangle face,
That's right. Yeah.
You saw Bambi. Mm-hmm. There was a bunch of characters. I think I saw Pinocchio. Yeah, I think I saw Pinocchio come out of there. So they reanimated a lot of them. So hopefully
And Monterey Jack was Dumbo with Dumbo ears.
He's been Dumboed.
He's been Dumboed. Oh, poor Monty.
Well, at the end, he was back to normal when they went to that convention.
His ears fixed or something. Yeah, that's true. So very good.
That's good.
But also, one last thing too is at the end after Chip lost his Snoopy ear, when he just went and he blew it back out. Typical cartoon.
That was good because instead of making it complicated, let's keep it easy. Just needed that nicked off to grow it back or pop it back up. That was funny. So. Thank you guys so much for watching. I so can't wait to see what you guys have to say about this movie. I know we're going to have a lot of mixed feelings, especially if you were a big fan back in the day of Rescue Rangers. Love you guys. Please subscribe, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye. Don't start singing. You'll ruin it.